Shedeur Sanders is the most overhated player in football right now. College football fans, NFL fans don't feel like this dude is as good as what the media hypes him up to be. But to me, he's a lock to be a first round pick. And I really don't understand why so many folks out there are low on Shedeur Sanders in terms of his NFL prospects? Because this is somebody who has everything that it takes to be a franchise quarterback in the National Football League. He's accurate on all three levels. He has great touch on his deep balls. He has really good pocket awareness. He maneuvers inside of the pocket really well. He's good at avoiding pressure. He has good decision making. Shedeur Sanders, behind the worst offensive line in college football, had one of the best touchdown to interception ratios, 27-3 in America. You will be really hard pressed to find another quarterback who could produce at the level that Shedeur was able to, pretty much playing behind the worst offensive line in college football, along with the worst team in the nation. If you took Shedeur off last year's Colorado squad, they go winless and they get blown out in every single game. When he got injured against Washington State, that game was uncompetitive when he wasn't in. And against Utah, the offense could even move the ball past the 50. With how tough Shedeur is and his clutchness, the aura that he has in the fourth quarter, he's one of those quarterbacks that no matter what, you know, if you have a chance to win the game with the ball in his hands, he's always going to come through for you. His last name is not the reason why he's getting so much hype and attention from the media. He's getting talked about so much because he's the most polarizing quarterback in the history of college football due to the legacy that he has from his father. There are high expectations that people have for Shedeur Sanders, and everybody is interested in seeing if he's able to live up to the bloodline that he has inside of his DNA, being Deion's son. But if you're one of those people that are saying that Shedeur isn't worth the first round pick, he's only projected to be a top 10 pick because of his last name, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I don't mean to say that in a demeaning factor, but if you watch Shedeur Sanders play against TCU, UCLA, Oregon State, when he's able to get time to throw the football, he's a really effective quarterback. He may not be the most physically gifted quarterback. He's not a super athlete, doesn't have a super arm. But in terms of knowing the game of football, having a high IQ, being able to run the offense, playing within structure, these are qualities that translate well from the college game to the pro game. Being able to throw with good anticipation, being able to get balls in between tight windows and man-to-man coverage. Shedeur can make all the throws. He knows the game. This is somebody who trains with Tom Brady. Do you think just anybody can train with Tom Brady? I don't think so. You got to be pretty special for Tom Brady to want to take you under his wing and want to tutor you and mentor you to help you become a better quarterback. His processing is A1. There are a lot of things to love about Shedeur. The character concerns are mildly overblown. He is not a bad leader. I went to school with LaJohntay Western, who played at Florida Atlantic the last couple of years. He was the best player on FAU's offense last season. He went in the portal and reached out to Shedeur to play for Colorado. He flew pretty much all his teammates out to Houston to come train with him. He's donated money to charities. He also has helped out teammates, giving them a little bit of his NIL cash. The locker room cancer claims about Shedeur Sanders are false. He has not been a locker room distraction in Colorado. His teammates have nothing but great things to say about him. People are trying to base who they think Shedeur Sanders is as a person based off salty players who are mad because Shedeur Sanders didn't give them any slice of his NIL revenue because they felt like they were owed something by Shedeur. Stop buying in to these false BS narratives that these haters on social media, I can't even call them haters. I really think you got to be a troll if you can seriously watch Shedeur Sanders and tell me with a straight face without laughing that this dude isn't first round material. I get that everybody has the right to their own opinion, but it shouldn't be a conversation about Shedeur Sanders and where he's going to end up getting drafted next year's draft. He should be the first player taken off the board. I think he's better than Carson Beck, but I don't think the gap between the two is that big. But Shedeur Sanders has that aura that you see in a franchise quarterback. There are certain players that you just see play at the college level and you just know that they're going to be successful in the NFL. I see nothing but bright I see nothing but a bright future for Shedeur Sanders moving forward. Not just this upcoming college football season, but also when he declares for the NFL draft. He's going to have a bright career at the next level because all the intangibles that you need to succeed in the NFL, Shedeur has. Accuracy, good pocket awareness, high IQ, and good decision making. He's clutch. Those are the four most important traits that you have to be successful in the NFL. Shedeur has everything that it takes to be a high-end quarterback in the National Football League. And this nonsense of him not being the first-round pick is really idiotic. Some of y'all need to go to your eye doctor and get your eyes checked because something may not be right with your vision. I'm trying to tell you, Shedeur Sanders is going to be the next big thing. And if your NFL team that you root for, or the favorite team that you root for in the NFL needs a quarterback, you should be rooting for them to tank for Shedeur Sanders because he's one of those quarterbacks who can come in and change the franchise.